As gunmen rampaged through Florida school, armed deputy never went in. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The only armed sheriff's deputy at a Florida high school where 17 people were killed took cover outside rather than charging into the building when the massacre began, the Broward County Sheriff said on Thursday. The sheriff also acknowledged that his office received 23 calls related to the suspect going back a decade, including one last year that said he was collecting knives and guns, but may not have adequately followed up. The deputy, Scott Peterson, resigned on Thursday after being suspended without pay after Sheriff Scott Israel reviewed surveillance video. He never went in, Sheriff Israel said in a news conference. He said the video showed Deputy Peterson doing nothing. "There are no words," said Sheriff Israel, who described himself as devastated, "sick to my stomach." Two other deputies were placed on restricted duty on Thursday because they may have mishandled tips called into the sheriff's office over the past 2 years warning that the suspect, Nicholas Cruz, appeared intent on becoming a school shooter, Sheriff Israel said. Florida's Marco Rubio finds himself at center of gun debate, again February 22, 2018. In school shootings' painful aftermath, sheriff faces questions over police response. February 21, 2018. Florida Republicans face mounting pressure to act on gun control. February 21, 2018. The revelations added to a growing list of failures and missed signs by the authorities that might have helped prevent one of the deadliest school shootings in American history. The FBI received a tip last month from someone close to Mr. Cruz that he owned a gun and had talked of committing a school shooting, the Bureau revealed last week, acknowledging that it had failed to investigate. The tip about Mr. Cruz appeared to be the second in 4 months, after another person told the Bureau about an online comment apparently posted by Mr. Cruz that he wanted to become a professional school shooter. The Florida Department of Children and Families, the state social services agency, looked into Mr. Cruz's well-being in 2016 after he posted on social media that he was cutting himself, but investigators determined he was not at risk of harming himself or others. The Broward County Public Schools had disciplinary complaints on Mr. Cruz dating back to when he was in middle school, including a long history of fighting. Sheriff Israel said he informed Deputy Peterson on Thursday that he was being suspended without pay and placed under internal investigation. At 12:37 p.m. on Thursday, Sheriff's Office records show Deputy Peterson signed his retirement papers, which amounted to a resignation. He had been with the office for more than 32 years. The investigation will continue, Sheriff Israel said. The surveillance video, which was not released, showed Deputy Peterson remain outside the west side of the building for at least 4 minutes while the gunman was inside, according to Sheriff Israel. The shooting rampage at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School lasted less than 6 minutes. The video was corroborated by witness statements, Sheriff Israel said. The New York Times reported on Wednesday that an officer from the Coral Springs Police Department who responded to the shooting had seen Deputy Peterson in a Stoneman Douglas High parking lot. The deputy was seeking cover behind a concrete column leading to a stairwell. Source NewYorkTimes.com.